Oh boy, the number is out. The number that we have to wait a month to see how the economy is doing, to see how inflation is doing, to see if what the Federal Reserve is doing works. Is out. CPI data for August comes in at 8.3%, expected 8.1%, previous 8.5% for July. So what does that mean for the markets, for crypto, for Terra Luna, for Crocoin, for Bitcoin, for any of your crypto? Well, that is exactly what I want to talk in this video. Just woke up early in the morning, about 20 minutes ago, we got the number, and we already start to see in the price of Bitcoin, which is what I'm going to be using a lot for this video because there's no other better one to see what in the world is going to occur even when equities open, because futures right now look down 2%, 1.8%, and just imagine when they open. But Bitcoin coming in at just right now at around 22,765. I mean, I saw it passing 21,000. I'm like, great. Then reach 22,000. I'm like, great. What does that mean? Buy the rumor, sell the news activity. Of course, if you go and trace it down, $19,000 we were looking at for a while, just the month of September. Then as we were heading in, it was coming up, and now we're seeing the sell-off. Now, why is that? Well, the reason why is because the expected was 8.1%. 8.5% was something we got for last month, and anything under 7 was bullish sentiment all over the market, and that was going to be like, okay, this is for sure a confirmation that we're getting out of this. But 8.3% is not enough. It is absolutely not enough for us to say, wow, what the Fed, all the 75 basis points, and I'm sure September 20th or 21st, when they're going to meet again on the FOMC meeting, as we've been talking in the channel, they're going to go all in hard to get the job done and bring it back to 2%. That is what the Federal Reserve Chairman said. I'm not making anything here. That is what he said. And it's such a big contrast. Let me tell you why, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Consider subscribing to the channel and turn on those notification bells. I'm bringing you this video because this is one of the few, there's many, but this is one of the few that is a very, very important number for you and me, because you start to see the numbers on top of my screen: Shiba Inu, Crocoin, LUNC, Bitcoin, and I mean, take a look at Crocoin right now. Take a look at Shiba Inu right now. I mean, Terra Luna and Bitcoin, of course. So this is one of the few numbers that is going to affect a lot the price of and the sentiment, and that is why it's critical. And as soon as I saw it, everybody's going nuts right now on YouTube and Twitter, because it tells us that it's not over, and Bitcoin is once again a little bit more bearish right now. We're not out of this, even though we went from almost, I mean, 9 point something in June to 8.5. It's not that, just 0.2% is not enough. So it tells us that we're still in this inflation market. And I hope that for September, which is going to be released in October, we're at least at 7% or something. If we're still at 8, baby, Papa Powell is going to go with the hammer and slash this economy, so slow it down and bring it down to 2%. So I hope you're understanding here what is going on, right? You're seeing the price right now of Bitcoin selling off roughly at the time of this video from a high of 22%, 22,000. I mean, last time that I was able to buy this, because we had an amazing CPI reading, the price pumped about 20% from the price that it was released all the way to where it reached. It was beautiful to see. I made some money. I bought it in because it was like, man, we're back at 8.5%. But right now, if I had to tell you my guess alone, this could be the beginning of a big drop for Bitcoin. And if that's the case, pack your bags, baby, because we're gonna be here for another long time. It can be a bear trap where it drops and then comes up later on. We can have that. I mean, I'm not close to having pumps while we wait for the next CPI reading, but in the midst of the next CPI reading, you and I have another FOMC meeting. So, baby, let me show you this one, everybody. So there's so many analysts out there, so I just want to show you a few of them. Let's get you ready for tomorrow's CPI data. That was 15 hours ago. This one pretty simple. Consensus is softening in inflation. If that's wrong, market really was misguided. Otherwise, all good. CPI data between 7.9 and 8.1, so 8%. Market is right. But if the CPI data is higher than 8.1%, bearish, which that's what happened, it's 8.3. If the CPI data is higher than 8.5%, which it would have been a total disaster for the market, total disaster, very bearish. But if it's less than 7.9, it's bullish. That's what I'm saying. For the next CPI data, if we manage to get less than 8%, finally 7%, which that will be the expected, in my opinion, then that's it. We made it. It's done. And oh yes. So everybody right now talking about, I'm going to go ahead and show you, everybody's talking about the CPI data because it is what's important. And you can pretty much take a look at the memes, how we wanted that 7 point something, but it is not higher than expected, right? US CPI data upward surprise with an 8.3%. Fed futures moved sharply, not showing probability of September 21 rate as 100 basis points. Of course, 75 basis points is what they're trying to do. But I mean, if they come out with 100 basis points, which I don't think so, right? It's going to completely destroy the markets as we see right now. It is what it is, right? So core inflation as well is another pretty important one. US CPI data 8.3. Never take a victory lap too soon. Another 7.75 basis point hike is coming for sure. Nasdaq futures fall 500 points, and I have it right here. It's not open yet. Once probably you start watching this video, it will be open. But right now, Nasdaq is at 12,266. When it opens, go and check how low, how much is going to drop. Here are the futures right now provided by Market Watch. Nasdaq 2.38% down. S&P 500 1.74% down. Dow Jones 1.26% down. Gold, silver, everything, right? Because it is what it is. It is what it's just pretty intense how the market right now is going to be moving. A bunch of volatility. I'm going to go back here. That is ahead of us, right? Now, I have my Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. I'm gonna let it load, but if we were bearish or very fearful, now we're gonna be even more because of what the written just comes out today. The price right now is gonna be easily looking at under 1 trillion once again. So we passed the 1 trillion as we were heading for this important number. Makes sense to completely come down, sell-offs, and restart this again. More time to wait, everybody. Sad but true. Here it is. So now we're at fear. In 11 hours, it's going to reset once again. And I'm sure we're going to come down to bearish, very fearful because of what we just received. Got it? So this is what we see. US CPI data coming in hot, expecting a little bit more, but expecting 100 basis points. Like, there's a lot of people now, because what's happening is that 75 basis points, it seems not to be doing the job. What is the next thing that the Fed is going to do? 100 basis points. We'll just have to see for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope now you understand better how this works, and I'll see you next time. Peace.